Good evening, everyone. How are we? Nice to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Back on a classic tonight. Good old Calmsden. Hope you're all doing well. I know I'm a couple of minutes late, but I'm a little bit disorganised. Like, you've never heard that one before. How are we? Hope everyone's alright. We are, yeah, back on one of my favourite maps of FS25. It's just kind of 22 even. I was trying to decide what I did tonight, and I didn't have anything planned, and the multiplayer servers were kind of, you lot are too organised, so everything was done and ready to go. So I was kind of like, well, I'm a bit stuck here. So I just thought I'd come on here. We'll have a little bit of a play around. We'll just remind ourselves what an awesome map this is, and we'll take it from there, really. So I was going to, we have got a combine in the field, but that's about it. So we're going to pull up a few vehicles. One thing I have actually got to show you is Custom Modding sent me this the other day. It's not out yet, but they have said they are going to do it for FS25, and it is the Valmetal Fat Mix. Look at that. It's probably a bit big for this. Probably a bit big for this map, but we'll maybe give it a go as well. There's some lovely details on it, as per usual. Look at that. How good is that? So yes, we'll give that a go. Mrs. Prof, Eamon, Scooter, Crofter, Glenn, Corpnut, Ham and Eggs, Mammoth, Unknown, SAO, Alan Shearer, how you doing, mate? Bosson, Corpnut, Swiss Farmer Dude, Parker's in, Kexlar, Talbot, Tony, Mr. Haythornthwaite, good to see you, buddy. Big H, Farmer Ed's in. Becca, can't sleep, so why not catch a live stream? Why not indeed, mate? Mark 42 as well, Christian, BMX, Reese, Travis. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Thank you for joining. There's Amy as well, and Cats, Monkey, Ruben. Good to have you all here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Dawson as well. How are you? And Realistic. Hope everyone's well. I think we are officially... well, tomorrow is the last day of October, isn't it? So we are just a mere 2 weeks and a little bit away from FS25 coming out. Legit launch. It's going to be here, and we are going to embrace it. There's something cool coming tomorrow as well. I will say no more than that, but there's something cool coming tomorrow. I need a trailer. I need a trailer for my grain, and that looks quite nice. Maybe the SF14 is a little bit smaller. We'll put a cover on it as well. Will we put a cover on it? I don't like the cover. It's a bit too shiny. No, let's leave it open. We're going to go for it open. There we go. And we'll buy a size-appropriate tractor as well. Something like... And we're not going to buy a John Deere for the sake of buying a John Deere, because that's easy. We do have some nice cases here. Puma, not that one though. I think the Optima's quite nice. 270 Optima, look at that. She's a beauty. She's a beauty. Well, obviously I'm still on the come down from the US trip and hanging out with Case, so... So that's my excuse. 273 horsepower. We can't honestly need anything bigger than that, can we? Hello, Chad. Nice to see you in the vertical chat as well. Must be happy with the pastures. It's not pastures tomorrow. I can say that. It's something good though. All I'm going to say. Interesting. And some lovely shots of stuff. They'll really give you a feel for something. Deal on the map is Case. There you go. Exactly, Peter. Exactly that. I'm just humouring. I'm playing super authentic. That's what I'm doing. Mammoth, I am doing very, very well indeed. How are you? That is the wrong... Oh, no. See? I spend so much time... Yeah, I knew there was a road around the corner. We follow that round. I always want John Deere for everything. That's not true. I like a Fendt as well. What's my thoughts on dynamic pastures? I think it's going to be fantastic. I think the ability to draw the shape that you want your pasture for your cows to be in is awesome. People have been asking for that for a long... There's a lot of things people have been asking for a long time, to be fair, haven't they? You know, dynamic ground. I was surprised, actually, with the dynamic ground, how many people are kind of moaning about it. That it doesn't look that good, and... trust me, having actually played it, it is really good. It is really good. So, FS25 is going to be a game changer. I think it's only grass pasture. I think it has to be grass from what I can tell. People moan if they got gold fed to them. Yeah, I wanted silver. Anyway. Let them moan. Nothing about build mode, swim and climb. Nothing at all. Yeah, grass or meadow, so it has to have grass in the field, I think. Chris Richmond, how you doing? Nice to see you. And Dennis. Appreciate you joining. There we go. Right, we're going to set this up, and then we'll run it on a... We'll run it on a course play, an old course play, because I still haven't updated it. Because, you know, not really sure the point of it anymore. I'm just trying to think. What should I do here? No, we're good, aren't we? You surprised I'm not wearing one of the case hats I picked up on my trip? What do you think this is, Randy? That's a Steiger hat I picked up. Hey, Chinook, nice to see you. How are you? Thank you for the gifted memberships. What a gent you are. As always, very much appreciated. You don't have to do it, but I've realised already by now that it's pointless saying that, because you guys do whatever the hell you like, which I appreciate. So thank you very much indeed. Right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do... lands. Let's do... I think 3 headlands will work. Yes, we do. Oh, brilliant. Generate. Let's see what we get. There's nice long edges on this field, actually, isn't there? So that'll give us that. That is a beautiful course. Look at that. Oh, that's a right touch. I am going to do sharp edges on the corner, though. Let's see what that does in terms of... Shouldn't make a massive difference, because Oxy is very good at setting up his fields nicely. Let's turn that off. Send him on his happy, merry way. Just Farmer Dude with the gifted memberships as well. Thank you, my friend. Very generous. Diesel Baby, you are welcome. Guidance isn't showing us everything on purpose, so we still have surprise. Correct. Looking forward to your previews of FS24. I will get it the weekend before FS25 comes out. So on the Friday night, the whatever that is, the 8th, we'll be allowed to start previewing stuff. So cancel everything you've got planned that weekend, because I'm going to do a lot of streaming. I'm probably going to do 2 streams a day, and in the interim I'll be knocking out some videos and stuff like that. So we are going to be busy equally. So next weekend, yes indeed, Scooter. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that, but yes. Next weekend. Channing Kramer, farming doesn't get cancelled for the game launch, sadly. Stream from the cab, mate. Oh, you might have to do that. Gateshead is a lovely map, realistic. Very nice. Friday the 8th. I'm going to put a little schedule out, I think, because I am prepped. I've got the Friday afternoon off work. I have the Monday off work. And then I kind of thought there's absolutely no point in doing anything on Tuesday because all of you lot are going to be playing. But that weekend before, I think we'll be Nina with the gifted memberships on the vertical stream side. Thank you so much. So supportive of the community is Nina. Thank you so much. And Saran's in there as well. How are you, Saran? Nice to see you. So yes. Friday is the 11th. I hope it's not, because it comes out on November the 12th, which is a Tuesday. Am I going to move my Contractor series over to 25? Yes, Donny, but not straight away. I'm going to wait for the appropriate map, I think. We'll wait for the appropriate map. Right, I'm going to jump in my... Do I know what time it comes out on the 25th? Yes. So it varies. This is what I believe and what Giants have told me. It varies. So obviously Giants store, it's out pretty much straight away. So I think like midnight on the 11th, 12th, flip over. And then the other, they can't control when it comes out on Steam or Epic Games Store or any of those. So there's sometimes a bit of lag with some of the other platforms that it comes out on, or some of the other storefronts. But if you want it straight off the bat, straight away, buying it direct from Giants is the best way to do it. So you might want to consider that. If you haven't bought it yet, time to go to New Zealand. Exactly, Pete. Yeah. That's one of those times when being in the future actually is beneficial. Yeah, midnight European time. So obviously we'll have to wait. Yeah, and that's the problem with Steam. You might just have to wait. Steam will, I believe the phrase was, we'll release it when we're good and ready to. So, yeah. So, yeah. Get ready to put your patient pants on. But while you're waiting, you can of course watch the channel. I'm going to get across here because he's going to get full before he gets to the end, I think. Oh no. I can't get down there though. I have to wait for him to cut in. Don't get it to the 13th here. Is that right, Chinook? Just because of the timings. You get it 5 PM Monday, November the 11th. No, I think you'll get it. You'll get it like 5. If it comes, it's released at. So let's say it's released at 9 AM in Europe. You'll get it 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. 3, no, it'd probably be like 2 or 3 in the morning, Scooter. I will do, Eamon. I'll put it on all the channels, put it on Facebook and YouTube community page and all that. Rex cancelled everything to grind the game. Love it. Chris, it depends on your time zone, I think, mate. You're 7 hours behind Germany. Yeah, so 9 AM would be, I guess, 2 AM for you, wouldn't it? Oh, Nina got a membership back. Isn't that nice? Let me cut in here. Carl Anderson, may I suggest you try to analyse new features like how animals work and so on? That is my plan, Carl. So what I'll do is I'll do, obviously, some live streams. We'll just kind of go and discover stuff. But I might, like I said in the interim, I might knock together a few kind of how-to vids on some of the new features and things like that. The other thing to bear in mind is as well, GPORTAL will have servers up on first day as well. So do consider, if you're going to pick up a server, you can pre-order them already. You can use my code FSG on those as well. Yeah, I don't know actually, Scooter. I do know, I think it's like 9 AM or something. Not sure if it's midnight. They do have rolling releases depending on where you are in the world, I think. So, don't quote me on that. Going to be a lot of people, a lot of impatient people. Also, it'll be interesting to see if the Giants' infrastructure will cope. I think it's something crazy, like 6 times as many pre-orders as there were for FS22. So let's hope they've had a little bit of a birthday of the server infrastructure. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of dust in this crop. It's clearly been a dry summer. Can't be the UK. Oh, Oz, that was a real treat, I've got to say. It just makes everything a lot more comfortable. Hey, Average Welsh, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Now remember, we are going to give away a copy of the game tonight. We have got a little, there's a little bit of new functionality in YouTube, which we're trying at the top there with that little target thing. So shout out to Mark, to Ham and Eggs, and to I believe it was Swiss Farmer Dude. Yes, it was. You've already put in a little super chat there. I'm going to empty this in a minute. Oh, it's very relaxing, this. But God, this is such a nice map from a... Just... The fields are of a certain size, if you know what I mean. So you can sit back and kind of enjoy working a field for it. You're not either finishing it instantly or you're not going to be in it the entire night. So it's a nice balance. Paulie! With the $5. Thank you, my friend. Very kind. I am indeed using Dusty Lands. Absolutely brilliant mod. And I hope stuff like that comes back for 25. Can't wait to see what the modders are going to do with 25. I think there's so much scope to do new stuff. So interesting now. Look, I'm looking at... Look, see the... I'll do a demo here. So see the case driving along in the field here. No shaking, no juddering, no nothing. It's running like smooth, as if it's just running on a tarmac road. In 25, it just shakes and rattles and just generally moves about a lot more because of the ground depth. Even if there's even if it's not ploughed or completely rutted, there's still some deformation in there. So the whole time it's working. It's great. FS25 new streams and then Llama next year. Yes, indeed, Parker. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, it's going to be... Llama's going to be great. We've got some fun stuff lined up for that. As a content creator, you get much of the game's inner workings, new features in preparation of publishing the content. Only that we're getting a little bit early, Eamon, so we can have a little bit of a play and a practice before we show you how to do it proper. But not really. They don't give us any additional information. I think they kind of just leave us to work it out for ourselves. JBJ, not entirely sure. We think it's around about 9 AM, 10 AM. And gigabytes, be prepared for it to be 20, 25, 30, 35, maybe even more than that. It's going to be a big download. It's going to be a big download. MK, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. And Jake, how are you? Glenn Jones with the $2. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm going to change the field of view on this. It is a little bit... I like it a little bit more zoomed out. Feel like I'm sitting in the seat rather than hanging over. Miggs, favourite tractor. The one I'm driving. It doesn't matter. Whichever one I'm in. That's my fave. Hello DC, nice to see you. Lovely to see so many of you on tonight actually, great. Austin the man. How are you, Austin? Nice to see you. And Julian. I was, Carl Anderson saying there, lost all interest in FS22 right now, got myself Way of the Hunter while waiting for FS25, nice game, relaxing. I was playing City Skylines the other day, City Skylines 2, and it was really good, just for a change of pace. It's been a while, and obviously doing a bit of sim racing as well. But yeah, no, it's nice to play something else every now and again. So actually, when I'm sitting down like tonight, I don't think I've played all week, really. So so by the time I sit down tonight and have a play, and I'm actually enjoying this because I haven't actually played it for a while. Have they sorted City Skylines 2 out yet? I don't know, Strody. I was just doing the tutorials. That's about as far as I got. But it's quite good. Which is ironic, right? When everybody moans about how, like, they're like, oh, Giants will be buggy, like the game will be buggy when it comes out, and it's so interesting playing other games when you don't play them that often. How you're like, actually, FS22's looks pretty good compared to some games. There you go, Farmer Group. Calmsden is your favourite non-American map. Well, it's a good one. You have good taste, sir. You have good taste. Right, I'm going to set my cruise now, I think. See if we can get this running alongside. 6 miles now. Let's try that. See if we can get alongside him before he decides he wants to stop. Look at that. Like I almost know what I'm doing. It's only taken 3 years. Might actually be going too fast. That was a fluke. Thanks, Glenn. So much easier in real life. Steve B. What are your thoughts on Verstappen less race in Mexico? I think 2 10-second penalties speak for themselves, don't they, Steve? I thought Martin Brundle summed it up quite well when he said Max will taint his legacy because he is a brilliant driver, but if he keeps on doing stupid stuff like that, that's what people will remember, not the brilliant driver. caught up with the combine, or is he still unloaded? No. Metal break there. It's Farmer Hamish! Fresh from finishing his... Max's legacy started tainted with the 20... Yeah, although I don't blame Max for that. Although it's not his championship. I blame the FIA for that. But crashing into Lewis at Monza and nearly snapping his head off. Then Lando in Austria. Lando in Austin. And now Lando in Mexico. Wasn't the result but his driving. Yeah. Yeah, actually, where was it? Was it Saudi? Qatar. Where he crashed into him as well. Anyway. Yeah. I wouldn't be sorry if he lost the championship. I can't see him losing it, if I'm being honest. Because I think Lando's got some improving to do first, but I can actually see Charles Leclerc winning it. That's the curveball. Oh, we'll just go with this in, shall we? Are we going to get colts with all the other baby animals? I don't know, Donnie, actually. I've not said anything about... I've not said anything about horses. Last chance for Charles before Lewis arrives. Potentially, Mark, yeah, potentially. That's the church every time. Music playing. No time for church. We've got fields to be harvested. Might throw down a mower in one of the other fields, actually. That's interesting, putting a load, like tractor under load there on the, just on the hill there. Just reminding myself how tractor under load with ground deformation was really hard to do when I was over in the States. If you were driving across a ploughed field, you couldn't get up to full speed. You'd be running, and then if you kind of then moved on to tarmac, it would pick up to full speed. Take care, Corp. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Right, let me just pop this here, and I will. We'll get second tractor going with a mower on it. Charles has a good chance given that Max is focused on Lando. Yeah, well, they've lost the constructors. Because if McLaren don't win it, Ferrari are going to win it, aren't they? Can't get... Well, you can't in the game now. In my experience, you could get up to about 20 Ks and it bogged down then. And that was with nothing on the back of it. So if you imagine you've got a load on the back as well, what should we mow with? Let's mow with an 8FS. That'll do. Let's not put a... There we go. Got a nice crone mower here somewhere, I believe. There it is. Swathing plates, yes, of course. go. Let's get this started up, and oh, we've done the thing. I know what. Where's my where's my Massey? Did I not press the buy button? I mustn't have done. Oh well. There you go. There you go. Could have sworn I'd done that. Oh well. Let's do it again. Get rid of the back number plate. There we go. Oh, he's having a bit of a disco through the wall there. Let's just fix that. There you go. From wall to hedge. We're a bit light on the front now, but that will be sorted with the front mower. Welcome to Calmsden. Yep. It is a bit tight round here. So, when are you coming home, Hamish? We need to sit with some, consume some beverages and discuss the state of farming. Where shall I write? Field 7 or Field 22? Up to Field 7, shall we? Any indication that ground deformation can be shut off? No, and not that I've heard. But equally, I'm not sure why you would. It's brilliant, and actually, after a while, I think you'll just forget about it. I was thoroughly impressed with it, and I know the build I had was way older than the current one. That ground deformation vid that we saw the other 25-seconder was so it showed some really nice footage in it. No, that's not the field. It is the next one. Logging leak. Logging leak. Logging leak. Way. Yeah, we'll definitely do something with logging leak in 25 as well. For sure. That's a given. What? I don't know. But we'll do something, for sure. I feel this might be slightly overkill. I do have access to this land. It's my field. Hey, Argsy! Do you need to do this 3 more times? Not if you don't want to, Args. Right, let's get our work mode sorted here. We swathing there. Swath dropping, good. And the front one will be swath dropping 2. Right, we'll just let it crack on with this, I think. And we'll go back and unload the combine again. King of watching without audio, Args. Courseplay generator, number of headlands, let's just do 2 because it's... Interestingly, that is not the working width of that mower, is it? That is not the working width of that mower, so let's just work out what is the working width of that mower. Or is it because I've selected the front one? Let me just see if I select the back one. That changes it. Courseplay field work. Ah, see, it's not, is it? Right. I'm gonna just do it by hand there. It's not happened. That doesn't happen very often these days. 10.1 meters. I have not tried. I am behind the curve with the latest version of courseplay. So yes, I need to check it out. But then I'm kind of almost like, well, it's hardly any point, right? Because I'll be getting a hold of FS25 in a few days. So 10.1 was it? Let's just leave it. Let's leave it at 10. There we go. That's better. Back. Go. And we're off. And we're swath dropping. Where's he going? First waypoint, anyone? That old chestnut. You guys. Alright, well, I was going to do it anyway, but we are definitely going to give a copy of FS25 out tonight. In fact, we're going to give a copy of FS25 and the Year 1 Season Pass. So if you haven't got it yet, if you haven't pre-ordered yet, if you were holding on for a little bit, I don't think we've got enough horsepower in this tractor, have we? Right, combine is full, so let's get out of here. Yes, if you haven't pre-ordered it yet and you're on PC, stay tuned for the end of the stream, and we will go for it. Thoughts on the tornadoes in game? Why not? Well, as part of a more developed weather system, why not? Migs, you won the giveaway before. Did that include the Year 1 pass? No, it did not. But I've been very kindly gifted one by somebody to give away, so, and it did. You've been holding on, just so you know. Elisa, we're playing FS22 here. 25 is not out yet. We've got another 2 weeks to wait till 25 arrives. I've got to give Args a bit of a shout out, actually. We were, I was on his stream this morning. He had over 100 people watching on his vertical stream. Bonnie the Storm Chaser, hello. I'm gonna ask back to you, MK Gaming Wolf. What's your thoughts on the tornadoes? I do know they're coming to all maps, so I'm saying that. That's that question. But I think maybe the frequency is higher on the US map. Loving the AnyShed storage bite. It is good, isn't it? Actually, I ticked the box, so it's installed in this game as well. It is a very good one. Can you still use your code for ordering on Xbox? Unfortunately not, Chad. It is PC only. Giants have not mastered. Oh, let me just get out of the way here. Being able to sell it on different platforms. Scotland map will be one big tornado. I think it should be referred to now as FSG's Scottish map. I don't know how full I am. Man, it's dusty back here, isn't it? This is Calmsden Farms, Lisa. By Oxygen David. I went too far ahead this time. Too far ahead and too far out. It's a catalogue of errors. FSG Scottish map. Thank you, Vital. Yeah, I've been trying to share what I can. I mean, there's some stuff that crops up and either A, I've not got time, or B, I'm not that, and like the NPC stuff, I was like, yeah, well, okay, it is what it is. So it doesn't really interest me. I don't think it adds. I mean, it's nice for new players. They'll get kind of like an in-game tutorial and things like that. But I can't see it's something I'll use a lot. So I didn't do something specific on that, and I'll cover it off in something else. But then there's other stuff that I really think warrants having a bit of attention paid to it. It will bring the game to life. It will, MK, I agree with that. Now, Yao Rodriguez, my Portuguese is not very good, but I'm going to assume you are it's your birthday. I'm going to assume... Sorry, I'm just checking over. Newcastle are playing Chelsea tonight. So Kermit and I were chatting before. I'm worse than Clarkson grain carting. Not tipping them. Is it full time? Oh, it is. 2-0. Nice. One and two and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that a McLaren logo you've got there? If it is, I like you already. Shane, I am a Newcastle fan. For my sins. Hey, Cher, how are you? Nice to see you. Have you completed your 60 miles yet, Cher? You've got a day to go. You've got a day to go. I do indeed, Vital. Big fan of the F1. You just missed a good chat about how Max is going to taint his legacy by crashing into people all the time. No worries, Pickleman. Thanks for dropping in, mate. See you again. Yeah, I like the hard racing. You can race hard but fair, right? That's awesome, Cher. Congratulations. Well done, you. To be fair, Schumacher and Senna were no angels, but they're not tainted. Yeah, it's exactly right. Senna punting Prost off in the first corner in Japan will live long in the memory. Alonso Crashgate. Yeah. Calmsden is tiny, it's short. Excellent. Schumacher Hill. Yeah, Schumacher was a dirty, dirty driver. I'm a bit the same, Vital. I'll support all the British drivers, regardless of team. So, yeah, I'm less team agnostic. I have my favourites. Carl, I am using the Thrustmaster T248 steering wheel and a farm stick. Thrustmaster all the way. If you're looking to pick up a farm stick, by the way, they will be pre-programmed to work with FS25. And they'll be I'll be doing a couple of things with Thrustmaster in the opening week as well, so that could be quite good fun. Shane, I haven't got Farming Simulator 25 yet, but it will be coming soon. Trust me, if I had it, we wouldn't be playing 22 tonight. Finish is... I'm looking after Finish, don't worry, Amy. It's in the works. It's in the works. Josh, all good. Take care. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciated. If you're new here and you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. That will get us... We're not a million miles off 93,000 subs. The dream, the target is 100,000. Hopefully we'll get a... hopefully we'll get an increase in subs when the new game comes out. Jamie Becker, if you hit ! Discord, you will get a link to the Discord. It is a Massey Ferguson 8S. Yes, it is indeed, Shane. How do I feel about Hamilton Scarlet? Actually, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Especially as actually Ferrari appear to have not a bad car at the moment. Tatty time. I'm okay with that, Hamish. I'm at peace with my... I'm at peace with my... potatoes now. We're nearly finished. We are nearly finished. Then we'll go and pick up some grass. What map in FS25? Do you know what? I don't. That's a good question. I don't know. It's definitely not going to be Zalonka. It'll probably be the other two. One of the other two. I'm not sure yet. Could be PP time. the new potatoes are peas. Some of us are tired of waiting to watch the 1 minute. Well, Glenn, get out there pimping my channel so that people subscribe. Building a temple, yeah, that's going to be good fun, isn't it? Or spinach, yeah. Do I think AI will do a lot more than previous game? I absolutely do, Scottish guy, yeah. The AI workers that do the headlands and stuff were very impressive to watch. Thank you, King Pen. I appreciate that, my friend. Shane, favourite tractor is the one I've said this earlier on. It's the one I'm driving at the point at which somebody asked me what my favourite tractor is. Glenn, it's not a great day for me either, mate. Trust me. I tried to roll the Piaggio when I was playing FS25 in the States. It doesn't. It's solid. Connor, we don't know. That's a good question. The GPS, I think it's going to be on every tractor. I think it's just going to be available all the time. So there's two schools of thought really on that. You know, if you've got slightly older tracks and stuff like that, they wouldn't have it anyway, but I think they will. So yeah, I don't really know what I think about that. I like the fact that you had to buy it for guidance steering for the Wopster version, but then VCA comes on every vehicle, and I like the idea of that too. So. Wonder if the GPS will be able to define a custom field boundary in case of fields with waterways or such. I think so, Iceberg. Also, they've said if you plough fields together, basically when it drives onto the field, that's where it detects the field border. So, so for example, if you've ploughed this field and the one over there together and got rid of all the hedges and stuff and trees, it would recognise it as one field. Last little bits here, and I'm in the way. Mark 42, 82 Studios will be back at 25. The DJ told me that while I was in the States. Yeah, Shane, just one questions, mate. I'll answer it, or we'll have to time you out, buddy. And we don't want to do that. And no, I don't have my own farm. What's my opinion on the fog in FS25? It's really nice, and it disappears about 8:30 in the morning and doesn't come back till the evening. So it's appropriate to the conditions rather than in your face the whole time. I think they maybe overdid it slightly with the PRing of it in the first few videos they did. Kind of everybody was under the impression that it was all going to. It was all going to go mad. Scott, hello, how would I go about joining a multiplayer server? We have 2 free-to-play multiplayer servers at the moment, one for PC only, and then we have another one for cross-platform for consoles. Basically, you need to join the Discord, and you will be able to see the channels there as a member of the Discord, and you'll be able to get the password there and jump on. So, if you just hit !Discord, there we go. Thank you, Bosson. There is Bosson, who won our copy of FarmSim 25 last week. I bet it's easier when one shows off the new features to get corporate. I can totally think that, yeah. Rob, thank you for support of Mr. Sealy PFSG. He said you'd talk to him. I did have a chat with him the other day, yes. I felt really bad for him, actually. He's been, through circumstances, been kind of, yeah, the console thing is a challenge, right? So he was going to get early access on console for PlayStation, but what Giants have to do is request the PlayStation give him early access, and he has to pass details and stuff like that. When Giants requested early access from him, PlayStation said, nope, sorry. So he's not been able to get early access, unfortunately. You'll still get it on PC, but obviously he's a console player, and that's his audience and all of that, so it's just a shame for him. It's just a shame. I think genuinely there is the biggest noticeable difference. Now it's interesting, actually. I say that. We went and watched an old FS20. We were at a 19 vid on stream the other night. You remember that? If you were here, and the difference between 19 and 22 is stark now. 3 years on, it is like radically different and better. And I think you'll see the same with 25. When we come back to 22 after playing FS25 for a while, we'll be like, how did we ever play this? It's awful. And that's just the way things kind of go, right? Evolution goes sometimes, and you kind of move on. What am I going to do here? I think I might dump this. I've done this completely wrong. Scottish guy, that's not really Giants' problem. That's the fact that you can get a steering wheel for FarmSim. No bother, like a Thrustmaster steering wheel will work with FarmSim. What you can't get is things like controllers, so you can't get the farm stick and things like that. And that's as much down to keybinds and things like that, and the number of keys available to you on console and things like that. That's what's limiting it, rather than, that's not really Giants' fault. Pop this in the shed, and we'll go and maybe get a baler. T248 is the Xbox version. I've got the Xbox version as well, actually. Right. I am running, Shelby, I am running a Case Optum 270. Alright, I do have a nice little crone around baler here. I'm sure I put it in. There it is. That's a great little baler, this. With the dual wheels. Lovely. Yep. And we'll go... We'll just grab it straight away, shall we? I'm not going to lie, I'm partial to a little bit of red at the moment after spending a week with them in the States. For sure. Actually, we might be coming up with custom hats soon. Thanks, Args, for checking out the vertical as well. Yeah, you've got to buy the right one, Scottish. You've got to buy one that's compatible, but... the movable spawn, yeah, store deliveries is a very handy. Not going for the McHale? No, it's buggy as. Is the wide FOV a mod? It's part of easy development controls, so you can set the field of view angle there. Which is very handy to have. Very handy indeed. Gary McConnell's just ordered a new graphics card today for the release of 25. I like that kind of commitment. Very nice, mate. What did you go for? It does make things a lot more interesting, doesn't it, Migs? Right, here we go. Let's just get this down. Oh, do you know what I've not installed? Which is a brilliant mod. But easy... let's put... automatic drop on. There we go. It doesn't really matter because we're wrapping. We're not wrapping, but the mod that slows your tractor down to a stop, so you can unload your bale without running over your swath, is brilliant. I'm almost tempted to go and turn it on. Got to remember to do this, otherwise. Oh, I was going to change my bale size as well, wasn't I? L. We've got one small bale, the rest will be 150s. There we go. $780XT, nice. Moving from an RX 590R, you'll really notice the difference. Do I do the drinks flasks on my... There should be stuff there, MK. Round bale extension. Yeah, I've got it in my server, I just didn't turn it on. And I can't be bothered logging out and logging back in. I'll just have to be smart and listen to the beeps. I assume some peripherals manufacturers have to go through an expensive verification process to get console compatibility, which explains the smaller selection of... that's very true as well, Jim. Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. Also, they're limited by the amount of buttons, so you could have too many buttons. Eric, haha. I regularly drive other tractors to John Deere. I will be, Amy. Yeah, I just haven't had time yet. I haven't actually got photos of them. I need a model, is what I need. They may not be there at the moment, MK. They might have sold out, so I might need to add them back in. I'll double check after the stream. Jackets and body warmers, or gilets, or I don't know, sleeveless jackets. Yeah, I'm all good, Eric. Nice to see you, buddy. How are you? You mean I wouldn't be the model? No. I'm more like a clothes horse than a model. Tobal cotton harvest that works in game so late in the game. It is a shame. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping that we're going to be in a situation where mods aren't crazily difficult to upgrade. I think the path in 19 to 22 wasn't bad. I think I'm kind of hoping the same will be true in 22 to 25. We'll just have to wait and see. The modders don't get hold of anything early, and they won't get hold of Giant's engine till after the game comes out, so they are in the same boat as everybody else, unfortunately, so they'll just have to wait and see. What about some G-strings? You want me to model those, Bosson? Ooh. They did come out pretty quick in 22, so I'm expecting the same. Although, do you want mods quickly, or do you want good quality mods? That would be my question. I would argue I would happily wait a month or two and get good mods than start getting mods within the first few days, but they're absolute garbage. I mean, trust me, this is going to be enough to keep us going in the game for a little while. Hey, you can all blame Bosson. He suggested it. Some mods are worth waiting years for. Correct. There is my good buddy Miguel. So if you don't know Miguel, Miguel is one of the Giants moderators. He is from Uruguay. Or Uruguay. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that. Megs, read up in the chat, mate. It's been answered about 3 or 4 times by different people. Miguel came to FarmCon with us all the way from Uruguay. And he's just the nicest chap in the world. Parker, there will be multiplayer servers from day one on the channel. We'll do one for each of the maps. So we'll have a Hutan Pantai, we'll have a Zalonka, and we will have a Riverbend Springs. I'm doing well, Miguel. Doing well, getting excited for FS25. Very excited. Jamie Graham Becker has joined the Discord. Excellent! You can get access to the servers. There we go. These 7,500 litre bales are definitely a little bit easier. Tim Maslin, how you doing, mate? I did see you pop in there. Yeah, new AI workers are great. I mean, I can't describe it. For console players, Alan, take care, buddy. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. The AI for 25. For console players who've never had access to anything like that, it's gonna change the game completely. Completely change the game. Donna, how have I kept the game fresh and interesting? Alas, it's been hard for me. Yeah, it's been hard for me too, mate, trust me. It's been a real challenge this year, with no DLCs or no additional content. It's been a real for a content creator, it's been quite hard. So I kind of relied a little bit on things like the contractor, where there was a bit of a storyline going and things like that, rather than lots of new mods coming out and things like that. So we fed that back to Giants. Actually, if you're going to do another 3-year cycle, consider doing some DLCs in the 3rd year to keep us going. I kind of hope the weather's a little bit more unpredictable, Bob. I agree with you there. I think I'm in that camp that, you know, I've done a whole year of farming, and it's rained for like an hour in 2 months. So, what setup I'm running? I've got a little Krone Comprima round baler, which is rather nice. Did you see that case baler in the fact sheets last week? The case baler with the case tractor looks gorgeous, actually. Very excited for that. Ah, no, good, Rob. A very forgiving pickup on this as well. The anticipation now, my entire room is getting an overhaul and special KVM switch. Oh, look, I'm reading the chat and not looking where I'm going. In preparation of FS25 arrival. Awesome, Eamon. That's so good to hear. I wish Silver Run's coming back. They aren't going to bring it back, but maybe it'll get converted by a modder. You regret not jumping into one of the fence back at FarmCon. You and me both, Miguel. We were on that. We were promised that they were going to be happening on the Sunday, and they weren't they? Rain is not good for a stream. That's true. Tend to your cows, though. Feed your cows. Even they won't need feeding now, because they'll be in their pastures. The case AF11 Combine was in one of the trailers also, right? Really hope so. Eric, can confirm I've driven it. And it is a lovely Combine. But yes, literally, that was one of the models we got to drive at the event. It was tremendous. Roll that bale out the way a little bit. There we go. Take care, Donny. Nice to see you, buddy. We'll see you again soon. Once you sit in a fence tractor, you'll not want to sit in a... Is that right, Hamish? As a man who's sat in case tractors for the last few months. They are very nice tractors. Will I be doing a roleplay in 25? I will be. I'm sure I will be at some point, yes. Oh, Rob, it was something else. It was like one of those pinch yourself moments. It really was. Fantastic experience. So lucky to so lucky. I mean, we were all talking about it in terms of, like, alright, Mr. Sealy Pew's been doing a bit longer, but even then, just the whole YouTube farm sim journey is like nuts when you actually kind of think back on it. And I think I had something like 20,000 subscribers when FS22 came out. Like nothing compared to now, anyway. And I was only just over a year old. It wasn't even a year old. Charles is going to send a hitman to FSG contracting on the next. Charles thinks he would. He's actually useless. Yeah, Kermit's been a brilliant advocate for getting us a little bit more exposure. For sure. Andy Farming, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Blue Ridge Plain Spot, you look like a British millennial farmer in a good way. I'll take that. Take that, I love a bit of millennial farmer. Jamie Beckett is my 9,021st member of the Discord. How about that? How about that? Yeah, I know. I know the contractor where my dad works. They've got a Fendt 928, biggest tractor on the farm, and the guy who drives it won't let anybody else drive. He's like, nope, mine. The thought of getting in anything else scares him. And they've got some nice Valtras as well, as you've seen in some of the vids. Take care, Eric. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Like I said, we'll try and put together a little bit of a timetable for next week. Next weekend! Get to show it to you next weekend. Like, can't believe that. So yeah, we'll put a timetable together. We'll be busy. Probably a couple of streams a day, and when I'm not streaming, I'll be knocking together some vids of some of the key features as well. I don't want to kind of maybe do too much, just in case you want to discover stuff for yourself. But you didn't expect the shout out the other day on the podcast. I really appreciate it. I would love to come to Uruguay, Miguel. I've always been fascinated with South America, and I've never been. So yeah, I will be taking advantage of you at some point and coming and visiting for sure. Daniel, that's one of the nice things. Like, not only is this a fun game to play, it is seriously educational as well, right? You end up learning so much. You do. Oh, thank you for the upgrade, buddy. I appreciate that. Sending out a track. An old, battered David Brown with a front loader where nothing works and you can't actually hear yourself speak. Verma Agriculture. Cultura. Nice to see you. How are you? Do I get to watch other... Not as often as I would like. I tend to kind of scan and see what everybody's putting out. And I actually find myself... listening, so I'll put a vid on while I'm working and just listen like a podcast. And if they're talking about something specific that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just like alt tab out of what I'm doing and just watch that for 2 minutes. It's time. It's time fitting it all in. That's the challenge. That's my own stupid fault. I could have not started my own company as well. That kind of was not my... Well, it was my smartest move because it's going well, but from a time perspective, not the cleverest thing I could have done. Tractor Boy, nice to see you. How are you? Hey, cool. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. What's happening? What are my other favourite maps for FS22? Court Farms, just to tick off the other Oxygen David map. I love Castle No, the French map, that was fantastic. Italia was great. Deutschland, really like that. Paligny, the other French map, that was good. In terms of US maps, Elk Mountain, loved that. Missouri River Bottom, loved that. I do love Edo's maps, yeah, just from a visual perspective, they're stunning. But MA7 gives them a run for his money, I think. Sometimes, Daniel, I'll watch the foreign YouTubers, because YouTube's instant translation is very good these days, so you can really grasp what they're talking about pretty easily. I've met a few of them at FarmCon as well, so people like Felix, I'll catch Felix every now and again. He's a nice guy. And Homer as well, he's another Thrustmaster affiliate, so I've spoken to him a few times, he's a good guy. But yeah, they're a good bunch. Like, everybody's here because they love the same thing, right? Castle now became my Windows login background, nice. Oh, you like that, MK? You like that white shirt, did you? Yeah, they will be coming to the store. They will be coming to the store. I got them made for that event specially, but yeah, everything I've created as merch I will release to the store. The only thing is I'll have to do it as a... It's quite expensive to make the good quality stuff. So what I'll do is probably put it up and we'll do pre-orders, so you'll put it up for maybe a month or two. Anybody who wants to buy one, they can order it in their size. So you're actually getting handmade piece of clothing, because you are literally ordering a large size one, and that's ordered specifically for you. There we go, 100, of course, right on the edge of the... They were good. I was quite pleased when the quality was very good in them. No worries, Miguel. We'll see you in a minute. What are you eating? Something nice. I'm getting hungry talking about food already. Right, we'll finish these. We'll pick these up, shall we? We'll load a trailer just for fun. We'll get a bale spike and we'll do it manually just for a laugh. Give the farm stick a little bit of a workout. Great Lakes Crafts, how are you? I was at the Great Lakes last week. Oh, see what happens when I'm reading the chat and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Hey Hanson, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Actually, I'm surprised how many bales we've got in here from put it into the bigger bale size. We've got quite a few. I mean, it's a big field, but meat and potato pie with roast potatoes. Oh, share, that sounds good. Did I all try buffalo wings? Not this time, Rob, but I have before. I did try the Wisconsin. I don't know if it's the state dish, but cheese curds. Big fan of them. Big fan of them. Oh dear. Keep me up. The yeah, cheese curd, only in America can you find deep fried cheese. We did get squeaky ones. Yes. We were instructed to get squeaky ones. Yeah, X-Man 1971, who's one of the Twitch streamers, who is a Wisconsin native and a Green Bay season ticket holder. He insisted we got some of the squeaky stuff. Poutine, yes. Biscuits and gravy. So Mrs. Kermit, Kermit very kindly invited us over to his house over the weekend after the event, and Mrs. Kermit made biscuits and gravy for us while we watched the football at the weekend, and it was outstanding. I'm like total convert. I need the recipe. Robert Simpson, excited for 25 to come out. Yeah, it is soon now, Robert. We are not far away at all. Bale off tracks a little. No, I think it's alright. I think it's just got a very generous pickup header. It's got a lot of... So here's something I'm excited for in 25. This sums it up brilliantly. Look at those swaths. So in FS22 and 19 and those ones before, that runs off at the polygons run off a half a meter grid. Now, can I? Is there a way I can show? I'm trying to remember the right button to press now. It's not that one. Yeah. So you can see the triangles. So you see. I'm trying to find an angle here. If I get out. You see those triangles there? If you can just about, it's probably going to be hard to maybe make these out. But you see those triangles there are quite big. And the ones on the field are even bigger. So in 25, this is how they've done deformable ground. In 25, these are a lot smaller now. So I think now, if I'm correct, you can get 16 triangles in what used to be one. So they've really got up the resolution, and the same with what you've got within the swaths here, which basically means that things like these hard stepped edges will go away. So that, but I mean, there's still an element of it, because you've got to find a balance between performance and you know, photorealism. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, you could do photorealism. But it would need such a mega supercomputer to run that hardly anybody would be able to play it. But yeah, it will smooth this up. And does it add to the map size? No, because they've re-optimized everything as well. They've got so basically the engines. They said the engine's virtually been rebuilt from the ground up to make it work with deformable ground. So what you're actually seeing is they think it's twice as fast as the old engine. Not they don't have anything kind of more anecdotal, and they haven't run any like massive tests, but so yeah, no, that's the exciting thing, and I haven't played with it enough in that hour and a half that I had at the event. I haven't played with it enough to determine how different that is, but I did notice when I was doing the swathing on the preview vid, the swaths do look a lot more natural now, and the swaths compress when you drive over them as well, which is really nice. There we go. Any update to Bale physics in 25? In what respect, Liam? What? Because I have to say, 19 I had issues with Bale physics, but I've really not had much of an issue with them in 22. I actually think they perform quite well. Will be interesting to see what effect it has on the sync time for multiplayer, more data transfer. It will be, Mark, 100% it will be. Yeah, and they have been radio silent on multiplayer. When we asked, all they said is, "I know people are working on it." That was all they would say. When you were playing FS25, did you have hail or rain whilst playing? No, Felix, we did not. They had switched the weather off. We had fog, that was it. Cheers, Hamish. Yeah, when are you back up, mate? Yeah, just give me a shout. Obviously, I'll be busy playing FarmSim 25. When you stack 2 bottom and 1 on top in real life, that won't go anywhere unless it's been terribly stacked. It's amazing if they had actually... Oh, actually, so it's the weight of them. Yeah, I got you. No, I don't... we've not mentioned anything, but I think there's kind of a load of... Yeah, Bob, you said that the other day, didn't you, actually? In I think in one of my comments. Wouldn't it be nice to see tyre tracks and things getting squashed down in Scotland Friday, Edinburgh Monday. Very good, mate. Timed perfectly for the release of FS25. FS is with the Apple event, was it? Nice. I feel like this fog in FS22, is it that much? Yes, radically different, Chris. The whole lighting, the whole atmospheric lighting thing is hugely different. And better, I think. More natural, more realistic. I don't think we're going to be able to get a contractor episode again before 25 comes out, which is okay because it's not ending just because 22's ending. So we might just wait a little bit and see what early maps come out that we can transition to. They don't fall. So it's interesting, Liam, because somebody kind of likes to manually load bales badly. I actually think the weights, particularly on the silage bales, is not bad. You know, if you nudge them and they fall off the trailer, it's pretty it's pretty authentic. It's not terrible. But I agree they could do with a bit more weight in them for sure. Did I ever play on Iowa Plains other than fire it up, Rob, and have a play around in it and then go, ooh, this is nice, I'll come back to this, and never come back to it? No, I've not had a prolonged gameplay on it. So many maps, isn't there? So many maps that you would love to play, but you just run out of time. Pick up the last little bit. So have I got enough here to make another bale? The answer is no, so I'm not going to bother. What we'll do... And you do it countless times. Yeah, you've got first-hand experience. I get it for sure. And it shouldn't be that difficult to add a little bit of weight, right? It shouldn't be that difficult to add a little bit of weight to things. Right, let us go and get... In fact, I'm just going to spawn it in the field. You'll forgive me for the lack of realism, but we're going for speed here over anything else, and we're going to get our favourite, a bit of a favourites thing here, favourite telehandler of FS22 as the Modern Classics JCB. We had one of these on the farm growing up, so I definitely have a little bit of an affinity to this, and we're going to go with a good old-fashioned, we're going to go old school here. With a bale fork, a spike. I'm going to go with a Magsy bale spike, there we go. And we're going to try and load by hand just for fun, so don't judge me. It's been a long week, I'm tired, I'm getting all the excuses out of the way now. It's not here. I'm going to special mention to the Roland pack as well. Such a good pack of bale trailers, that. The other day you tested GPORTAL service down here from home. Well, then no issues so far. That's great news, Miguel. Need a single spike. Yeah. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And we're going to get the bale loaders. Did I put it in? I did. The Richard Western trailer. There we go. Right, we are good to go. Oh, I should not have done that. I need a little bit of help. I'm going to sell that one straight away. And we're going to buy it again with the training with the training wheels on it. That's the fella. Oh, although maybe I'll just do a front board. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. There we go. No worries, Chad. No worries. Right, let's put this on the level, nearer the bales. I hope there will be a filter option in the shop in FS. Oh my goodness. Filter option in the shop and in the mod screen when you load a game in. So you don't have to go in bit by bit and scroll through and go, I want that one, scroll, 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 I want that one, or scroll, scroll, scroll. You want to be able to favourite it, something like that. This is field 23 QA. I know, store deliveries, easy dev, even silly things like real dirt mod on the tyres, and there's just a few little things that you just get so used to. The 1050 as well, yeah, and the in-game one's just not quite as good, is it? You're like, it's almost good. Oh, I forgot this has got a funny, is it because we're pointing downhill? Let's see how we get on, shall we? Yes, when they've got a weird name, Jim. And you're like, is that the one I wanted? And you get, sometimes you get like one or two of the same type of mod as well, and you're like, oh, is that the one, or is that the Duffer version? If the 4-stack worked, I'd do a lot more manual loading, but chasing bales everywhere is too much. I have to say, Argsy and I enjoyed using the Arcusan bale stacker on Hagerley at the weekend. It would be nice to see a little bit of squashing in the bales as well, wouldn't it? They're not solid as concrete. Oh, it's decided it. Let's have a little roll when I go up to it. Yeah, I've used it many a time, Violi. It's one of the early ones. Actually, the Black Sheep modding one is my favourite more recently. But I also like the challenge of loading manually. And I can safely say, and hopefully Hamish has gone now, he's gone to his bed, it's so much easier in real life. So much easier than in-game. I haven't done it for, like, crikey, I haven't done it for years, but I never remember it being this challenging in-game, in real life. At Harvest. Right, let's just check that they're not horrendous. Yeah, that's pretty good, I'll take that. Arksy would be proud. We're on the LSFM versions of the fence. They're the beauties. Force feedback is something that I would like to see improved in 25, 100%. Although Darren Stringer, who is part of our community, who is in fact racing iRacing tonight, that's why he's not here. We were chatting. That's that little bale, isn't it? I've just realised that's the small 125 that we did at the start. That's why it looked weird. He was saying actually he can understand why. Oh, there's Farmer Hamish. He can understand why. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, why force feedback in FS is a challenge? Because can you imagine? Like, force feedback, if you're driving through a ploughed field, is going to feel radically different to driving on tarmac. Whereas for a racing game, you're either driving on tarmac or you're stuck in the wall. There's no, maybe a bit of gravel or something like that, but in general, you've got one or two surfaces. Think of the amount of different surfaces that you'd have to adjust for in FarmSim, which is maybe why it's not been developed too much yet. I'm at an angle here. How have I managed that? When you don't want to mess up the stuff you've already done. There we go. Well, that's the other thing. You're right, Hamish. But tractor wheels are very light, aren't they? The power steering's super light. So actually, it's not the same as a racing car or something like that. I've actually removed any of the force feedback on FarmSim, and I just run it off the centering spring because it feels more natural. Oh, 100%, Jim. 100%. It's easier to drive a tractor, and it's more light. The steering's lighter, way lighter than just in a regular car. So actually, the force feedback thing I could live without, as long as kind of, you know, center spring wheel. I mean, even John Deere just introduced that spring centering on steering wheels, didn't they, to help tractors on the road when they were turning out of fields and stuff, that the wheel would recenter as you got onto the road, so that you weren't kind of like battling backwards and forwards to get the wheel, because the steering is so light, you kind of lose some of that feedback. So bit nervous about FS25 usability though, Alexander. I can safely say it will be very compatible with 25. So much so, I've seen one of the new boxes and they've actually got the FarmSim, official FarmSim logo on it. So they're pretty confident, I think. Definitely doable. That's interesting, Arthur. You'd have had 2 trailers loaded by now in real life. Yeah. I'd be getting sacked for working slowly for sure. Realism settings for bale damage, breaking strings, bursting bales if you mishandle them. Yes! Yes, Hamish. Arizona Blonde, do I drive or bale? I'm not sure what you mean, but I like... Oh, we've got some bale physics going on here. Hang on. When you don't want to undo all your good work so far, isn't it, right? Any chance of us getting a clutch and less of a manual gearbox? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Although having driven a 715 quad track and a Case Magnum and a New Holland T8 last week, there's not much clutch work going on in a modern tractor. The stick makes it a lot more enjoyable. I just rotate down slightly so you can realise I'm not you're not getting the full effect of the farm stick there. Yep. It definitely makes it a lot more authentic, for sure. And a lot easier. Try to do this with a mouse. Crikey, I reckon they could put this in prisons as a torture method, loading a baler with a mouse and a keyboard. It's always a dangerous game as well. Crikey, we're going to be here all night. And obviously a proper tractor, that helps as well. Yeah. I can't believe that's a year ago, come January, that we were having that chat at that booth in at Lama, Mark. And they actually ended up getting one sent to me. It's mad, isn't it? Clean your equipment. Yeah, whatever. Is it a real tractor if it's not dirty? I go watch one's even cooler. Yeah, I know, right? A crazy, another one of the crazy YouTube stories to add to the list. The funny thing, I put a little Instagram reel up when I was at Case as well, and do you know the first person that liked it was? Caleb. A slow reaction gamer. Hey, you really need track IR. I maybe do. I do have I have Tobii eye tracker. It's just not set up at the moment. I'm with you, Arthur. The mud stops the welds falling apart, right? Noah, that is the Thrustmaster farm stick, which you can pick up directly from Thrustmaster. $99, 79 British pounds, I think, or 89 euros. One of the most cost-effective upgrades you can do to FarmSim, I think. For the price, it's not bad at all, and you really do get a fun immersive bit of gameplay with it. You combine it with a wheel, it's fantastic. Can you not, Miguel? Can you not get them? Yeah, it doesn't work. You're right, Swiss Farmer Dude. Definitely not something that works for. Definitely not something that works for streaming and viewing. The other thing is VR. A lot of people asking for VR for FarmSim, but again, it's not something you could particularly use. And not something you could use for streams particularly, because I never think it's that great to watch VR content, because you lose the context of it being 360, right? Just watching it on a screen. Now, can I fit another one on the end there? I think I can. I'm confident. I'm going to put another one on this end, and then we're going to might move the trailer. Almost every year going is go to a country and buy everything. Do they ship to any South American countries? Hey Max, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Mud does make one hell of a mess. You get fined for it now, don't you? My dad was saying, like, the local councils really come down on you hard if you leave mud on the roads. The button mapping didn't match the guide for the Thrustmaster website. What else did you have plugged in, Bob? Because this is a game issue rather than a controller issue. If you had a controller, or basically if anything filling the second slot on your controller, keybinds, it ends up with a bit of a problem. You have a really nice metal box save for the CD of FS20, nice. Just the wheel, so wheel, yeah, so you should have been alright with that. Nothing else, no stream deck, no button box of any sort, one mouse, so mouse and keyboard, no controller, nothing else, literally wheel and pedals. Because actually, if you unplugged the steering wheel or reset the keybinds, that's one thing that I had to do when I plugged it in, was reset the keybinds. Also, don't run it through a USB hub as well. It actually needs quite a lot of power, so you have to run it either through a powered USB hub or plug it directly into your PC. So I first tried it just off a USB hub because all my stuff was full. And it didn't work. The light kept flickering on top of it, and I had to plug it into the PC for it to work. There we go. It's a bit wonky. Right, one more. Through a USB. Right, try plugging it into your main PC, Bob. If that makes a difference. I knew there was one here somewhere. Right, we are 10 minutes away, probably roughly, from the end of the stream. So, get prepared, because we're going to give away a copy of FS25 and the season year 1 pass as well. So, get ready, we'll do a little quiz question in a minute. You have to be able to get in touch on the Discord afterwards, and we'll get arranged to get it to you. Start at the end of the field and drive back, that makes sense, Miguel. Unknown, yeah, I know. Not a quiz, well, it will be typing in a word. Simple as that. So, unfortunately, bear this in mind, it is for PC only, and it will be from the Giant store, so you can't use it on Steam, the code, so if you're a Steam person, also if you've pre-ordered, let somebody else have it. This is when I destroy all my hard work with the last bale, right? There we go. That? Look at that! I mean, look at that! How pleased am I with that? That, like, autoload couldn't do that. Trust me, nobody's more surprised than me. Nobody's more surprised than me. Are you able to enter and gift it to a friend if we win? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, what you do with it is up to you, so no, by all means. My god, I'm stunned at that. The perfect end to us. It's not going to get much better than that, is it? Obviously, there's a second batch to go on top of that. Argsy would be proud. I'm going to have to make him go and watch this. This bale loading is very satisfying when it goes right. Oh, 100% Channing, when we are going to get another layer on top of it. That's how you sell a farm stick. And you're right, Park. Yep. It's all down to the equipment. All done in cab as well. Can I just point that out? Quite pleased with that. Oh, we're definitely going back for some more now. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Adam, thank you for the super chat. Love you too, my friend. That is very kind of you. What a gent. What a gent. So yes, if you haven't got a farm stick, is this not the perfect advert for one? And like I said, a lot more cost effective than some of the other manufacturers who don't want to sell their joysticks separately. And aren't of the same premium quality either. Can I just say that as well? This is where it all goes horribly wrong because it's not straight. Right, let's put it on straight. Come on. I have standards to uphold now. You can literally hear the concentration. Will the stick work with other wheels? Absolutely it will. It's completely agnostic to whatever wheel. You could actually use it without a wheel. You could use keyboard and mouse if you wanted. In fact, look, there you go. Stop the steering wheel. I'm using keyboard and mouse now. I don't know why, but if you wanted to. I get the wheels are a little bit more expensive than the farm stick, so if you wanted to buy a farm stick before you bought anything else, you could use a steering wheel. You could use a keyboard and mouse, or a joystick, or a controller stick. Ooh. A little bit harder, can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Am I doing Farmstead? I've been playing it in the background. I haven't done it today. Just doing a bit of variety. Do I think the wheels are worth the money? I would say a wheel is the biggest difference I felt in playing the game. It's so, if you've got the space, you've got desk space to use it, it definitely makes it a lot easier to play, and just a lot more enjoyable, if I'm being honest. Hansen concurs. Should you ask for a wheel? Are you getting FS25? Have you got a PC? Well, you don't need a PC actually, it'll work on console too. I would say, if you play a lot of Farm Sim, and anything else that needs a wheel for that matter, it is so much better with a wheel. Any kind of driving game. Oh, it's a bit shaky. Where did I get my wheel from? From Thrustmaster. Direct from Thrustmaster.com. And if you put in the code THEFARMSIMGUY at checkout, you support the channel. And no extra cost to you. The shipping is very good. It's usually, you know, 2 days. And they ship anywhere in Europe. They also pay your tax if you're in the UK. They pay your tax because, you know, Brexit spoilt it for everybody. What do we think? Can we a bit closer? Can we get a bit closer? There we go. Right. Whilst I am loading up these bales, I'm just going to tab out quickly. I'm going to fire up my little tool that'll allow me to do my giveaway. Now, what shall we put in? We're going to do it on keyword, and we're going to do, the keyword is going to be ooh. There we go. So, what I want you to put in to the chat, it doesn't matter that it's lowercase or uppercase. You can unknown, yes, that's fine. The word I'm looking for you all, type in Thrustmaster in the chat. I'll give you 5 minutes to do that. And we are giving away a copy of FS25. With the Season 1 pass, so the Year 1 Season Pass with the FSG Scottish map. That's coming out around, probably around about this time next year. I will load another bale or two up, and then we will roll it. We'll give people a minute or two to get it typed in. I'm gonna say my top layer is not as neat as my bottom layer. Oh, then again, looking at that, that's pretty good. Hey, Argsy. Get this free advertising for Thrustmaster. Should be paying me. It's fine. I'm pretty pleased with it. Argsy, come on. I have to speak to her. What about my stacking, Args? Right, so we'll give another minute. So if you're not entered yet, Thrustmaster in the chat, all one word. Add in 100 milliseconds ping and see how you do. Always an excuse. Always an excuse, that boy. Kiwis. I think they're hard done by. Ha! The thing is, I'll buy it using Argsy's code. so we can get closer to silver. Panther, do it. Bite the bullet. Go for it. It is like night and day. Might decamp and pimp for Argsy at this rate. Well, you've done a terrible job for me, Glenn, so... He's welcome to you. Right, we'll do one more bale, and then we'll roll the winner. Thanks for the love there. Just giving as good as I get. Right, one more. You do have a lot of fun on RT Gaming. On the orange side. I mean something that means something different over here. May the bales of 1,000 trailers fall into your field. Right, last bale before we roll it, and then I don't want to stop until I finish this trailer. I'm so pleased with it. Right, well, admire my handiwork. While that one's sticking out a bit. Let's stand to this side. Looks a bit neater. There we go. Right, we are gonna roll. We are gonna roll. We are gonna roll. So, good luck, everyone. Oh, wow, we have got some serious entries in here. Go and delete Argsy. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. Right, good luck everyone. Keep an eye on the chat because that is where you will see your winner. And if you do get announced, jump onto Discord and we'll take things from there. Good luck everyone. Boston's sneaking in at the end. No way. Mr. Mike Honcho. Congratulations. Mike is Mike's in our sim racing league. Congratulations, buddy. Nice one. Good work, buddy. Good work, buddy. Well, I know safely say that you can get in touch with me and get that picked up. Super stuff, bud. Super stuff. Right, 2 more bales, and then we'll call it a night. We're already over, but hey. We are having fun. If you didn't win here, you could enter Argsy's competition. He's on Glean, so it's basically he's peddling subs. Basically, sub to Argsy's channel, you might win a copy of the game. How about that? You're right. I lost my trailer. There it is. 2 more bales, and we'll run it back to the yard, and then we'll call it quits for the night. Because at some point I'm going to have to unload all these, aren't I? Unless I use Argsy's Anywhere Storage mod, which might be a good call. Gonna ping that one on there. Take care, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll chat to you soon. There we go. Oh, there's one there. That's closer. No worries, Alex. Thanks a lot. 8 sleeps till FS. Jeez, when you put it like that, Bob, that is... that's close, isn't it? Miguel's going to be busy in all of the official Farming Simulator channels. Dark Angel, what a very nice thing to say. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Back to the Millstown multiplayer. Nice one, Welsh. That's been so busy, that server. That was definitely a good call. I would have streamed from that tonight, but everybody had been so efficient that there was nothing to do. Got a big shout out to Ham and Eggs and Amy as well, who've been outstanding with their community management of that. It's been very well managed, the site. I think we will keep it going. I think when we go into 25 on the base game maps, we'll just run some free-to-play servers to start with. Dark Angel YouTubers. I've never talked somebody to sleep. I am sorry, but that is a good load of bit. Like, I don't often big myself up, but that for a manually loaded trailer, I know I could get probably a third row on top, but even that's pretty good, isn't it? Hey Unicorn, how you doing? Screenshot, you're right, Bosson. You are so right. Let me get it right so I'm in the... get my lighting right. What would I rate the joystick arm I'm using, John Davis? A massive 10 out of 10. I could not play the game without it. There we go. So we do a bit of this, we do a bit of this. In fact, stand like this, somewhere like that. We'll do this. Set the FOV to what, 30? I'm going to put this on the Discord afterwards. Turn the HUD off. Ooh. There we go. Look at that. That's going to make a wallpaper on my... Trying to get the guy to look at the camera. Right, if anybody wants that, I'll put it in the screenshots in the Discord. Good shout, Bosson. Well done. Nobody will believe you did that without auto. They're going to have to come watch the stream then, aren't they? Where can you get that hoodie for the game, Miguel? I'll send it to you, mate. Official photo for the Farmstick advert. Farmstick makes the most useless guy look good. Johnny boy, just wondering, have you got any tips for FarmSim? Don't read the chat while you're driving. Even though I've been playing for some time, I still don't know if I'm doing it all right. One of the biggest recommendations I can do to you is Google the Farmer's Handbook. In fact, I'll show it you now. The Farmer's Handbook, FS22. So, on Reddit, it will be the first one that comes up. This is like a brilliant Bible for if you want to know if you're doing the right thing. Brilliant tutorial thing. So it basically tells you all the crops, what you need to do, how you make different things, the order that you do things in. So look, lime, fertilize, mulch, plow, remove stones, seed, roll, weed, fertilize, and then harvest, and feeds, which are the most efficient feeds, different icons. Basically, it's just a little bit of a cheat sheet for the whole thing. You know, production values as well, depending on how you're doing stuff, how you make different oils, what you need to put into them. Really, really, really good. Well worth checking out. But also, come 25, I'm going to be doing a load of tutorials on how to do stuff in FS25 as well. So stay tuned for that as well. Join a mentor program. That's a good one. Maybe we should do that in 25. Like people who play the game a lot, you could mentor new players. That's a clever idea. I like that, Hanson. We have that now. We kind of do, don't we? Oxy does it. With me. That's what it's true, yeah. Right. Let's reverse this into here for now. We'll worry about where we put it later on. Mantra will wake me up in 2 weeks, yeah. Oh, there you go, we have it on our Discord. Well, there you go to Argsy. Right. We are done. So, thank you very much. That was really good fun. I properly enjoyed that. Thanks for all the chat. Thanks for all the conversation about 25. 8 days away from being able to show it to you properly. And 13 days away from you guys getting your hands on it. I cannot wait. So like I said, there'll be a bit of a schedule going up over the next week as to how we're going to do things over launch weekend. Yeah, thanks everyone. That was really good fun and just so nice to be back on Calmsden. Such a good map. Black belt in baling. Right. Enjoy yourselves, look after yourselves, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll do a bit more over the next few days. Potentially going to do a stream at the weekend. I'll give you a bit more information on that in a little while. Other than that, look after yourselves, and we'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.